to level up float fishing. Which is very exciting. That 100% marine feels nice. If I think about it, I may drop the PVA off of the middle rod after about 5 fish and just let it feed out on the outside rods with the larger boilies. But to start off with, we'll put it on all 3. Welcome to the stream, Babuno. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the follow earlier. You're working right now, Deriza? Actually, what I just thought about is I think I'll do a stringer. Oh, doesn't that look cool? Isn't that awesome, chat? We're just stringing it along. You're grinding stuff for bottom percent. Nice. What percent are you up to? So we're 12 meters out. Especially at night, if we were to extend this to like 20, you might see an occasional catfish come in, right? I don't know if this spot is still like super active. For cats, it seems like other spots have gotten better, but we might as well try it now that it's nighttime. Although we are going to be hating life if we hit a decent sized catfish, but that's okay. We just try it. If we can't get it, we can't get it. Oh, first fish on the... Ooh, look at that black crappie. Okay, I'm gonna not move this rod. I'm gonna keep it at the exact same spot where we're at. Love to see black crappie. That's like perfect fish for low-level player. 52.3 trying to grind for carp rods. Nice, nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. So, I think this spot might be Slowing down, huh? On banana, but not on cherry. Well, let's see. All right, first fish looks like a koi. The rarer type, the Narumi Asagi. Maybe Narumi Asagi. I don't know. One or the other. Oh, that was on the string, wasn't it? So, do we ever throw a second string out there? Is that crazy? Maybe a smaller one? We went 2 strings in a row, chat. What do you think about that? Haven't used a stringer in 6 months and we just went 2 in a row. All right, so somebody's saying this is actually a good spot for bottom fishing. 65.93, clip 30. Now, I wonder if it's a good spot for lots of things or just the catfish. Because we could try that. Sorry, this is elk, by the way, not copper. All right. Ooh, that's a nice F1 coming in on our second stringer. All right, so now let's just go to PVA. And if I remember, in about 3 fish, I might take the PVA off this one. This is definitely going to be our bite rate rod because of the size of the boilies. Oh, another koi. So we have gone koi, F1, koi so far. That is not bad at all. The decent size orangey. So Narumi F1 orangey. Ogon. The orangey is Ogon. So yeah, we'll have to think about that. 65.93. Do we just switch to that? Maybe eventually. Let's check out this spot we're at on elk first. But we know we'll get some catfish mixed in if we go to that 65.93. Justin says, I'm trying to finish challenges on my second account. Nightfish over a kilo is killing me. That one's tough. Pressure, the slow amount of time. Yeah, it's a little tough. That was not my least favorite challenge. There were some that were definitely like harder to me at least, but it was an adventure. All right, Dink's Mirror comes in as our next fish. Now notice in 4 fish, 3 of them came in on the smaller boilie size. So again, if you want to make a killing and have an action-packed hour and a half of fishing, go 3 size 14 boilies. But you want to increase that RNG a little bit towards trophy size, or just a little bit bigger in general, then put 1 or more size 20 on there. I need 2% more to hit 90% bottom. Copper has died for me. Okay, so have you tried all 3 spots, sire? This one, and then what, this one, and then bucket. I mean, I'm sure there's other spots too, but we fished all 3 of those spots recently and they all seemed pretty good. Let me go take some medicine real quick. I'll be right back. All 3 with banana. This spot, I've done banana and wild or spicy cherry. No, spicy or hot cherry. And it was good either way, cherry or banana. The second spot, I just did banana, and it was very good. The third spot, I did vanilla. Another black crappie, y'all. All right, I'm switching all of them back. Those are some nice black crappie. I'm switching them all of them back to 12 clip. Like, that's worth the price of admission right there. Those healthy black crappie sizes, that's awesome. So the bucket spot for me was just a crucian gibble and then F1 spot mostly. So I was using small, it was that vanilla setup. bet if you look at the weeklies on F1s right now, that's what you'll see is that vanilla setup. I could be wrong, but it was so good with vanilla. That's what I would guess, is that most of the weekly F1s are on it. But let's check. And I was doing a 6-meter clip. Yeah, look at that. Vanilla 14 pop-up with cream flavor white corn. Now that's crazy. Like in an hour and a half, you might fill your net, but you're gonna have a lot of crucian gibble. So, and small mirrors, occasionally commons maybe, but a decent amount of F1s unless something's changed. So I really liked that bucket spot if you're okay with, and if you're trying to do bottom fishing leveling, that would be perfect. If you haven't tried that recently. All right, another koi comes in. Y'all see what I'm saying though? Here's a kohaku. We've got 3 different koi already. It's so tempting to just like, all right, we're gonna go one more fish, then we'll take PVA off the middle rod. I don't know if I should do that or not. The outside rods are so slow, it's like we're not hardly feeding the spot. It's so tempting to just go all 14s and then just make a ton of silver. But I don't know, we'll see. Oh, look at this black crappie. Holy cow. We're even sitting in the comfort chair and we've got no comfort. All right, what have we got here? A dinks. It looks like a linear one though. It's nice. What was it, Royal? Oh yeah, dinks linear. Take that. Oh, I can't believe how good this spot is. 600-gram black crappie. Holy cow. What are we sitting at right now? 4 black crappie over 500 grams. That's a nice little spot. Siberian char loach. Wow. That is a surprise. Second global. It's on your bait rod, yeah. What's up, Talon? Better to pay 300 times 3 silver or minus 45 gold times 3 for my first time there on copper. Oh, we caught a white crappie. Okay. All right, so you're asking, is it better to pay 300 silver? I don't feel as strongly as I do with Norway. To me, Norway is just like a no-brainer, do it with gold. Copper, I think you can go either way. If you want to maximize your profit, obviously go gold, because it'll get you more silver. But the big thing that will determine how good of a trip you have at copper is how much research you've done and whether or not you have PVA or spot unlocked. If you don't have PVA or spot unlocked, then you definitely need to temper your expectations. And maybe you do, I don't know. But your results are going to vary dramatically without one of those two ways to feed the water. Oh, you've got PVA? Psh, well, do whatever you want. I mean, it's like, in my opinion, yeah, just whatever you feel like. You want to spend the silver or do you want to spend the gold? You're going to, with PVA, I mean, you've seen what people are making. As long as you kind of, yeah, you're going to make a decent amount of silver back, even if you spend that silver, because you get 5 hours. With how copper is right now, even without a lot of experience at copper, you're probably going to get 2,500 silver easy. I don't know. That's what I would think. So I really think it's up to you. What's up, underdog? Yes, thank you, Casimir. How is it faring you? Alright, so we're starting to get some fish in on the 20s as well. So I really might take PVA off the middle rod next fish. Can't wait to see how this spot does during the day. Overnight it's been great with the black crappie at elk, but alright, so what are you catching there, Casimir? Oh, nice. Sounds like a good combo. I'm doing well, underdog. Thank you for asking. 143, 113. That sounds like way over here. Yeah, that's that spot I thought that I was headed to, or around it. And so you're going 15 clip. So maybe I should try that on feeder. See how it does on feeder. Yeah, that's great, Casimir. Can you give me an example, Talon? There's not anything that's sold at Copper that's not sold at Volkov or somewhere else. Ooh, that's nice, Casimir. All right, this is our 9th fish. So I think we take PVA off this one now. That's true, unless you're looking for a specific type of hot dog. No special stuff at Copper. Okay, so Gizzard Shad might be here during the day. Half hour in Norway. Nice. Sounds good. You're looking for Hot Devil? Like the dip? Oh, I got you. I got you, Casimir. Another black crappie. I think in Discord somebody was just asking for a black crappie spot. 103.94, clip 12 south. All right, Hot Devil. This is a dip. It should be in any store you see, Talon. Might not be in stock at like Mosquito or something, but it should be in any store. It's a dip. And then I don't know which corn you're after. Oh, come on. This spot is so broken. Elk for the win. No way we're just going to sit here and catch white crappie all day now that we've caught black crappie all night, right? Wait, what do you mean, Talon? Are you talking about what baits to use or what? Keep his shot. Buy all the stuff for rares. If you're talking about baits. Oh, shop. Gotcha. Any of the 100% shops. So probably Volkov might be the simplest because you don't have to worry about it being out of stock. I would probably just do Volkov. Or if you have like fast travel to Norway or something like that, obviously that's an option, but what's up doing the most TV? Yeah, if you've got a big purchase, I think it's worth going to Volkov. I mean, you can get stuff here at Copper, but it's 103%, so it's a little more expensive if you're getting several baits and ground bait material and all that. Oh, that's awesome. Glad you got off work early, Most. It is hard. I guess it's just like a super uncomfortable rain or something. Like, we are struggling. Which means it's hard to get the energy back. Yeah, this spot still seems pretty good, right? The only thing I did different today is I started with those stringers, and we are using the 14 boilie in the middle, so that's going to be a more active bite rate, but getting some nice fish though. I'm not sure about Ladoga right now. I would look on VK or in Discord. If it was me. Like another white crappie. No, that's a red ear. It was just so small. It didn't have much color. I am loving this spot. Whoever it was, I wish I could remember who it was yesterday. And maybe you're here and you'll take credit, but somebody said, why don't you try 103.94, clip 10 to 15? And I am loving this spot. It is just the black crappie at night, and so far mostly white crappie during the day. Really good. Might be interesting to like tinker a little bit with hook size, but it's already pretty good, so I don't know. Okay, so almost 30 minutes now. We're at 17 fish, linear, dinks, mirror, F1, but Kohaku, Narumi, and then orangey. So if it keeps up at a similar percentage, that's a pretty nice amount of koi in an hour, potentially. So that spot you're at, Cassavir, might have a better variety of fish, but the the white and black crappie seem to be really good in this spot, if you're interested. All right, we've got 2 fish on. Let's clear this one first. Has the potential to be bigger on the 20 boilies. Oh, it's another Narumi. You have a problem jigging. Are you jigging 2 rods? You mean like from the back of the boat or what? Ooh, an F1. We love to see it. Look at that, y'all. That's our second F1. It's a nice one, too. I don't really count on F1s coming in this spot, but every once in a while a decent one comes out. All right, I think we've got a couple of fish on, or maybe just one, at elk. Jiggling, not jigging, jiggling. Yeah, daytime bite rate really solid right now. We're just catching fish after fish. It will slow down in the afternoon. Typically it does, at least. Yesterday it was pretty slow in this spot in the afternoon, but we did have all 20s on yesterday. There's another nice koi. That's a Kohaku, right? Yeah. That is Kohaku's favorite size, in my experience. The 3 kilo Kohaku, you know? Yeah, and same here, Cassavir. I might switch with you. I might, after I get a little bit of time in, I might let this spot rest and come check out where you are. Because I feel like I'm going to have more variety over there. It'd be fun to see a bass, even if it's just like, you know, every one or two an hour or something. Because I think feeder might not be quite as good as float, but I mean, these are the best black crappies I've caught, at least this consistently, ever at elk for me. Yeah, there's a lot of white bass over there, isn't there? Same when you're spin fishing over there, you run into a lot of white bass. I feel like the white bass are kind of all over. Grats on level 10, Mahasley. All right. It's not set up yet, but if anybody's interested, I am going to try to turn on Lurk bait here in just a minute. Don't do it yet, but it will eventually be on here. I'll let you know when it's available. 1.2 depth. Yeah, I'll be fishing at the bottom, but we'll see how that works. All right, it's another dinks. All right, let's make sure that we have a fresh leaderboard. And let's make sure it's working properly. Uh-oh. That didn't work at all, did it? Okay, hold on. Don't do it yet. All right. We are up and running. No pressure. But if anybody wants to do a little lurk bait fishing, it is available. I think you're limited to 5 casts per day. And whoever has the most points at the end of the stream gets some bragging rights. I've never heard of an Oreochromis, but apparently I caught one. All right. What'd you catch, Zane? Oof. The old tire. The only downside of when lurk bait is going, if you ever ask a question or say something in chat and I don't seem to recognize it, you might just have to repeat it. That's what you needed for the car. There you go. Your car setup is complete. Ooh, butterfly fish. That's cool. Yeah, that's right, Royal. It's all the way at the end. Around 120, 124. Iron, welcome to the stream. Watched a few of your YouTubes, but any direct preference on what to catch the Savan trout on Corey with? I've tried bosses, terms, spikers, etc. trolling. Yeah, it's been a while since I've gone for him, but let me just see if I can take a gander here for you. If you don't have Blunty's spreadsheet, by the way, I highly recommend it. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Glad you're here. But I'm going to take a gander for you. I'm going to look up fish caught in the last 3 days. Obviously, we're talking about Corey. We're going to look up the Savan trout, and then we're going to search. Okay, so the number one lure, and you may already know this, but the number one lure right now for the Savan trout, and it's not even close, is the Terminator F10002. That's this puppy right here. So you already mentioned the Terminator, so you probably already know this. The Spiker 218 is second. And then we've got people catching it on float using chafer, dung beetle combo, mayfly larva. Now, if you haven't tried this, the original popper 4F006 is also very popular. And then the balsa joined 80S003. That's going to be this one right here. This seems to be a pretty good one as well. Spiker 18, Spiker 16, Spinnerbait 004. Those are going to be your main ones. The big thing is, if I was you, I would kind of dig into either Discord or VK and try to figure out where are people catching them. Where are people catching them? Because that's what I'm not sure. I don't know if there's like a specific area. This is just one of those random like RNG things. Once you find out where kind of in the lake they're coming out, you probably just want to troll back and forth in that spot. That's what I would do. And Cassidy gave some good advice on. I find that to be true in general at Corey. I think Corey leader size does matter. Or you go like to a 17 if you want to try to like tempt it a little bit more without losing too much power. I think for me it would depend on how many pike are you catching in that area. Yeah, so daytime in this spot has been slow. This is more of a nighttime feeder spot for the crappie. During the day, it's just been too slow probably. Interesting, Cassavir. Is that right, Dark Hue? Yeah, it was. Can be. That's one of those that can be a pain for sure. I agree. How long have you been playing, George? Are you fairly new? I think if you didn't log in for the first time by a certain time when the event started, like it might be too late. Like I think you can't start challenges now, I don't think. That makes sense. It's just like they do it every year. There'll be something similar that happens around Christmas or New Year's, and then there's the one that happened recently. But if you keep playing, you'll get it again. It's a pretty cool event. It's nice that they have events in a game like this. Yeah, that's probably right then. So you had just taken a break. Yeah, I'm definitely moving to your spot, Cassivier. I'm trying to decide, do I do another night in this spot? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll move like at 4 a.m. or something. This spot's just been too slow during the day. On feeder. Bite rate's picking up now that it's past the hottest part of the day here. Another Narumi. Love to see it. Keep them coming. 4.9. That's almost a 5 kilo Narumi. Well, that's a decent orangey too. He might be like 7 kilos. Ooh, something's running on us. Okay, that's going to be a fish and a half right there. All right, we need to get to that. 12.6. Oh, that's a nice orangey. All right, we're in some fish right now. All right. A light boat ride? It depends on kind of what's fun for you if you want to try out some of the rig types that you unlock for boat rides. You don't need to for sure, but it can be fun for some variety. Is it a trophy? I don't know. All right. No way. Why do all the runners come in at the same time? Well, just remember on a pilker rod, you can do jigging. You can do several things, but there are some rig types that you can only do on a boat ride. So definitely like make sure, I mean, you may understand all that, but I would get clear on all that before you make decisions. Maccabeus, how you doing? Actually, Dark You, I went another direction. No Vingas for me. How about it, huh? Yes. Don't you see these beauties that we're using right now? That's why I'm excited. These are the first two fish that I've caught that are actually like, you know, I'm having to actually fight with. Give and take. No, I got the Bestia 2 6000 SHS and I've upgraded them already to 21.7 max drag. And I put some Stab Bearings reactive oil on there. Such a pay to win. Well, I mean, you pay silver to buy the gear, catch the fish. I don't know what you mean. I don't think there's anything offensive about this setup. I mean, they're a little overpowered for copper, maybe, but not in a spot like this. I feel like when you're going for these big dinks, I think these are reasonable carp reels for this spot. I mean, look at this fella. And we've got another one running right now on 28 break. I might just do that, Cassavir, as a reward for myself. Actually, I spent enough silver on my setup. Have I showed you my expensive setup that I made for elk? I'll flash it on the screen if I remember once all these fish are in. All right, I guess this fella's tired, which not expensive enough, which makes me a little concerned about his status as trophy. He got tired pretty quick. Ooh, a bluegill over here. That's weird. Okay, it's a Dinks mirror. I mean, that's fine. It's better that it's this than like a regular mirror. Although it could have been a regular mirror trophy, maybe. There's no way it's a Dinks trophy, but it'll still be a nice one. That looks pretty nice. A little stubborn. Okay, come here. Come here, little Dinks. Ooh. 23.469. Take it. Alright, let's get this one out of the water because this fellow will be quick. And then we'll go after the other one that was pulling. Must have been the Dinks mirror hour here. Alright, let's touch him up to 29. And let's see if he's got all of his fight out of him already. Alright, black crappie number 1. So both of these fish ran for quite a bit, especially this one because I couldn't pick it up because I was holding the other one. So it'll be really interesting to see how much friction break damage was done with pretty nice oil and brand new reels. We will see. I wish they made rainbow monoline. Nice, Cassavir. This guy, this guy is heavy. I mean, I don't know how heavy, but he doesn't really want to come in. So maybe he's like a 28 kilo dinks or something like that. I don't know. Still swimming back and forth a little bit. But what's a penny? Penny for your thoughts? Orangey? That would be surprising because of how slow it's been. I feel like the koi are a little faster than the dinks swimming back and forth, but that would be awesome. I'm pretty certain this is a dinks. Oh yeah. I do think it's slightly heavier than the last one, but not by much. Nope, 22.65. So actually almost the same. Slightly smaller. Exactly 1 kilo orangey there. Wow. 872 black crappie. Man. Here's the PVA and I'll be right back. Excuse me. Thank you, Underdog. Thank you, Bames John. All right, so what is the setup I put together for elk? This one. That Trident Skipper LP with the upgraded, well, just about everything. 9 kilo max drag, 2.2 test, 6.81 on the gear ratio. Very fun. Not cheap though. Not like crazy expensive like some of them are, but that's definitely the nicest LP I have. All right. 250. I think this is a good time to switch so we get set up and see what it's like as the morning rolls in. We're going to 143, 113, clip 15. I'm going to stick with my hook size because since I'm doing feeder setups, at least in the beginning, we want to have as good a bite rate as possible just to see what's there. And then I need to go blow my nose. 143, 115. No, 143, 113. And after we try this for a little while, maybe we'll go try that 30 clip right at spawn. See what that's like. Oh, it's actually off the dock, huh? All right, do it. I like fishing off docks. All right. Let's grab these 2 fish if this second one comes in pretty quick. Linear, I think. No, it's just a small mirror. Color got me in the light, the flashlight. Oh my goodness. Well, we picked it up. We got to stay with it. I'll blow my nose afterwards, I guess. think if we had full energy on this, I don't know that it would be able to run at all on us. We'd pretty much just be getting it in, but it's just heavy enough that it brought our energy down a little bit, and then it started to run again. Dang it! I was being pretty aggressive, y'all. That's really my fault. I was just pushing it a little too much. I know it just happens sometimes, but that was frustrating. What's up, Lane? All right. 1 hour, 16 minutes, 41 fish. Let's just go take a gander real quick. So I've been surprised every time. Like every time we've done this with this setup, it's ended up being about 1,000 silver in just over an hour. Yep. It's nothing if not consistent, right? And I think we'll be able to get through the morning at least, still have decent results. Then it might be worth letting it rest. All right, first fish in our 143, 113 spot is a gizzard shad. Love to see it. Oh, nice haddock zigs. Yo, what's up, John? Night Owl. All right. Second fish at this spot. Like a little white bass. Yep. White bass. Well, at least they've both been marker. Gizzard shad, white bass. Not 100% correct. Like there's some variation. But a lot of what you're doing here is like koi in the day and dinks at night. I guess during the day it's more like both are mixed in, but this looks like another crappie, right? Yeah, white crappie. Awesome. English only, please. Sorry, that's the only language I speak. So that's the language we use in chat. Well, we've got a fish on here. At elk. I hope we can get it in. I'd love to know what this is that's pulling our line just a little bit. Yeah, we're going to have to upgrade to bigger spools to have a chance here when we can afford to. That just looks like a little smallmouth bass or something, but it on this 4 kilo line, it was dicey. 1.3 smallmouth bass. Wow. Okay. That was interesting. Wow. 1.2 white bass. Okay. Yeah, it's just a matter of time that we hook into something we can't catch with our current setup. All right, how long has it been? 247. We just need to watch it. Probably around noon, we switch spots. What I can't decide is, do I want to go to the spot that's just to the right of here, which is what, like 6153, or do I want to go to Bucket? Anybody tried 6153 today? Might be nice to go for F1s. It's just it's such an active bite rate, but it's a lot of, gibbles as well. Still really good silver. Give these setups a break and use the royal pickers. Nice gizzard shads. We've had another good session here. Probably we'll end up with 1,200 silver or so probably off this spot. So we did get a largemouth on feeder. It was small, but at least we got one. Possible. Holy cow. Here we go. Yeah, this bite rate during the day is so much better than the black crappie spot, but the nighttime was really good at the black crappie spot. There's a white crappie, actually. I mean, who knows? Maybe you can catch black crappie over here at night, too. Good spot, Cassavir. Uh, Wait, do you mean you cast in that direction? Like you kind of cast west of here? Is that what you mean? Oh, nice. Okay. I mean, I've been having really good success here, but I'll try that too. That makes sense when you told me you were fishing over here. I actually imagined that you were fishing from that spot on the shore, casting parallel to it. So that kind of makes sense. Let's see. Start switching them over. I just want to see how it goes over there. Oh, you are from the shore? Okay, gotcha. Oh, we'll see how this goes. All right, it's past 12. Let's definitely switch spots. This has been great. It's been amazing. Another 1,000+ silver session. But we need to let this spot rest now. Yo, Caesars! Greetings, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Alright, so let's go. Go get set up at bucket. Try a little bucket action. See if the F1s are still biting today. Alright, first fish, white bass. Fishing in the sea and watching, thank you so much for being here. And I hope you have some nice fish out of the sea. It's hard to beat a little copper and a little Norway action, isn't it? Okay, I love our new setups, but let's go back to the old trustworthy royal pickers. Should have these already set up. So we just need to make the ground bait. Alright. I think we'll just do... I think I'm going to keep it very simple here. And go cream ×3 with biscuit. Secret sauce is in the biscuit. And then we're just using... Wait, is there vanilla? I can't even remember. I think we actually have... I think I've been using vanilla. Tractant. It doesn't matter. Rush Gibble, greetings. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Yes, bucket, just because there's a bucket, like, on the ground. This is right near spawn. This is one of the first spots that, we all hit when Copper first came out. And we want to be down at a 6-meter clip. People do 5 here, but I like 6 because I'm having to sit back just a little bit with the pod, the rod pod. Oh yeah, and I was also trying this setup. We'll keep trying that out, I guess. We've kind of got 2 different setups. They're very similar, but pop up and corn. Did I put the PVA on that one? Yep. Alright, let's sell all of our fish here. So, 1172. Is the spot on bear good? Are you fishing there? Yo, what's up, Perch? It's actually not Santiago. This is M-Dog at Elk Lake. What am I trying to get on copper? We've just moved to the, you're trying the spot on bear, gotcha. We've just moved to the Gibble F1 spot, but we've been catching those banana koi over at the dock. I really want there to be a day when this spot over here just like goes off again. Y'all remember all the days on banana and then on cream corn when this map first came out? I mean, so many of us financed so much gear and stuff right here. 5660, clip 10, right? Yeah, PVA is a game changer for sure. That's definitely true, Xander. All I've heard about Bear is that there's one spot where people have been doing really good off of grass carp and black carp, maybe, but I haven't really looked closely into it. It's banana there as well? Okay. Well, that's a rough start. Welcome to the Crucian Gibble Show. That's a good call, Perch. That is a good call. Yeah. Banana boilies and corn, which is what I've been using here at Copper at that other spot. 5531. That's what, clip 17, I think. Which is like so similar to the Copper spot, honestly. Shadow from tree, dirt on water, stuff falling down for leaves, carps hiding under the perfect spot. Yeah, for sure. Good call, Perch. Yo, Rush, thank you so much for the sub. Tier 1. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for the support. That means a lot. If I missed it, Jacoba, thank you for the follow about half an hour ago. Wow. And now Rush comes in with the 5 gifted subs to the community. Again, thank you. That is very generous. Very, very generous. So, One-Eyed, Pidum, Sturm, Maccabeus, and Ganoush. Thanks to Rush for those gifted subs. Yes, thank you, Rush. We'll see how it goes. It's different time of day, right? But so far, Cassavir, it feels like my bite rate might have slowed down casting in this direction. I don't know. At elk, at least. All right, first F1. Hopefully there'll be a few more during this session. The way he took it is like some kind of chubby one. There we go. That's what we want to see. I have hit this spot a couple times in the last couple days, and it's tended to be good. Lots of gibbles, but it's tended to be good. But the funny thing is, the trophy F1s I've caught recently have been on the banana at the other spot, even though F1 seems like a bycatch. When you catch it, there's a decent trophy chance. Oh, yeah, good call, Perch. Limited space down here. That's great, Perch. There we go. 2.9. Getting a little bigger. Another one. All right. We'll switch these back to the end of the dock. For what it's worth, they seem a lot more active this way. Now again, I know it's different time of day, so who knows, but we were catching pretty good bite rate over here. Ever get in trouble with the line capacity on such a strong 3000 reel? I can show you how you set it, how I set it up, so that we don't get in trouble with it. Also, I meant to check to see how much wear and tear we did on our bestias earlier. Okay, here's how we set these up. So these have 16.3 drag. Of course, their mech weight's going to be higher than that, but they got 16.3 drag. We're running 23 line with 23 lead core, 22 leader. So if something breaks, it's going to be the leader, right? But running it like this, we can get full power on at 29 break out of it, no problems. And of course, the rod is the strongest part of the setup, so we don't break anything. That's how we set those up. And let's see how we did with using these bestias for the first time. So we got 0.1% wear on this one with grease, 0.1 mech, and 0.2 friction brake. So that's kind of how we want it to go. We want most of the damage to go friction brake and grease. Hopefully those mechs hold out for a long time. On the second one, we got 0.1, 0.1, and 0. So I'm guessing this is the one that didn't have the runner on it. Let's check this one. 0, 0.2, 0.1. So that's even better. All the damage went to friction brake and grease. So far, so good. Very little damage, even though 2 of these had those fish on that ran for quite a while. So excited to see that. Oh, that fish just dropped off. 100 meters a line. No. At copper, can you upgrade these, Dark U? The 30s? 30S? I probably never tried it, to be honest with you. At copper, if you're on top of things, you should be fine on 100. But that's the price I pay for running these small 3000 reels, is I only get 100 meters a line. But if you look at the shape of copper, I mean, you pretty much can maneuver yourself if you're on top of it to stay on, to not get spooled. But I did spool one time on copper, but I was slow to react. It was my own fault. I didn't get ahead of the fish. Nice little white bass, 335. I'll have to look into upgrading them, Dark You. It's probably worth it. Get a little more power out of them since I use them so much on some of these spots. Usually when I use these, I'm anticipating that I'm primarily catching smaller stuff, but every once in a while you get one of those kind of hybrid spots that every once in a while big stuff comes into, but wait, E6 you said? E6. You talking about here at Copper? What do you mean it's chill fishing, Perch? Oh, because of no where you can't be spooled either way. Is that kind of what you mean? They just go straight across, kind of. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right, let me take a quick bio break. I'll be right back. Catching fish? Best way to get some fish on the line is take a quick bio break, huh? Is that a super freak? All right. Mmm. That's cool, Perch. Metzdorf Extreme, thanks for the follow. I wish F1s would bite all night, but I think they'll pretty much die off till morning. Okay, so we are here at 67.59. From here to camp is 100 meters. If Blunty's tool is correct. So the fish could run all the way to camp straight away from us, and 100 meters gives us enough time to hopefully react. But if a fish really started running on me in this spot, you said 47.51. Let me get to that spot exactly. Oh, that's here. Okay, hold on, let me see this. Yeah, I'm showing that as 104 meters, although it's a little different, Perch. You're having to stay on the shore. I'm drawing a straight line over the water. So like if I start here and I go here, like that's 22. Start here and go here, that's 95. Then here to here, that's 38. So yeah, that's the difference. I think it's still right. If you have to stay on the shore and walk it, it adds about another 30 or 40 meters to it, something like that. Does that sound right? All right, this is the test, is do we ever catch black crappie here at night? Because if not, that other spot is definitely superior in the evening. Yes, that's right, Perch. And I'm in fact using mono on my feeder setup. Now, obviously on this, because it's such small reels, I am using braid. This grease is so good. Everything else wears out, but not the grease. Oh, look at that tench. Wow. That is a tench and a half. Yo, what's up, McGee? Chubby boy. Yeah, let's see what's the card situation on tench right now. That's our second tench card. So it would show a plus symbol. All right, so here's the first tench under Carp Fisher's collection. Obviously, it's not going to be there. Char, salmon, wild carp, sturgeon herring, rare, rare carp, carp of copper. We already have the F1 there. Norwegian coastal, lamprey, elk lake. Okay. So this is actually just a card. Do I have 2 channel catfish? $6.17 and $6.28. So it looks like both of these cards can be freely sold. Thanks, Neo. Appreciate that. What is this, by the way? Another smallie, I guess? I love feeder fishing for bass, huh? So we might as well sell those cards is what I'm gathering. Those are just extra cards, right? What's up, Fausch? So how much do those particular cards sell for? 120? 130. Okay. Well, that'll help our silver amount a little bit. Yeah, this is actually a good little spot to get a little few pieces of fish too. Unfortunately, with the like small commons and mirrors. Another nice F1. Savage, thank you for the follow. I mean, it's hard to complain about the bite rate here, right? Question is, are you okay with the quality? Pretty cheap bait we're using, fairly inexpensive PVA, chance of tench and F1. I think it's pretty good overall. Alex! Nice white bass. Going good. So bucket spot's interesting. We're at 36 minutes. We got a tench trophy. And I'd say probably the expected amount of F1s. You got to deal with all the gibble carp, but it's a nice, chill, easy fishing experience with a chance of a nice tench or F1. I think it's going to be, I think it's going to be 600 silver an hour, even if you're unlucky, you know? Not quite as exciting as the banana spot right now, but pretty good. Pretty good when you're letting banana rest. More crucians today than yesterday. We just need one more over 1.1 for that cafe order. The banana spot? The banana spot is... There's actually two. I think the best one right now is 56.50. 17 clip. That's more like 1,000 silver. This would probably be 600 to 800 every hour, hour 15. That one's at least 1,000 every hour 15, something like that. If you have PVA, I should say. But the fun part about that banana spot is just how many koi you're catching. You just get to see a lot of the koi, which is always cool. That's right, Rush. I think the 14 size gives you the best bite rate in silver. You want to try to sit on a trophy. 20 is fine. You still get a lot of silver, but maybe not quite as good as 14. Ooh, nice F1. More like that, we're going to be in business. All right, so how many is that F1s now? 6. Maybe we'll end up with 15 in an hour, something like that. That's pretty good. Tuba. Ooh, nice. That's good, Alex. Good silver and fun. Did you see any black buffalo or just the regular variety? Hunter Holloway, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. This is a nice crappie right here. 1 kilo exactly. Two hours, not a single black buffalo? Yeah. Yeah, the Tagara 6000 would be amazing. Probably, arguably, you don't need quite that much power, but you're not gonna regret it. Those are great reels. Yeah, full metal's great. A little more of a budget approach. And that's also the difference in, like, you got to know your gear and the spot you're fishing in. If you're fishing this spot that I'm in now, you can use just about anything, you know, from Narga on up, or actually Gold's on up, or whatever. Saber 60 you could probably even get away with in this spot. But if you're over at the banana spot, you're going to be doing a lot of fighting fish if you're using Saber 60s over there. So just kind of got to know what you're going for, what size fish you're going to be catching. If all you have are Saber 60s, fish spots like this, and you make money so fast here, it won't be long till you'll have avias or whatever else you want. I love my Saber 60s. Yeah, that's awesome, Alex. I mean, that's exactly what I would do. If I was new, had copper unlocked, and I'm still saving up for the stronger setups. Some people have Saber 60s if they wanted to, like, troll Corey or something. It's like one of the ways you might decide to troll Corey for fairly affordable. What was I going to look up? Oh yeah, I'm going to look up those full metals. I actually don't remember the detail on them. All right, I can tell you the detail on them now. Full metals. All right, full metal is a spinning reel of the 6,000 variety. Gear ratio is 4.5 to 1. Pretty standard. A little low, but pretty standard. Line capacity 300 meters. Drag is up to 17.9. Oh, listed drag 18.2. Mech weight's 49 and price is 5,500. That's a great reel for copper. Yeah, that's great. That's only available though in the fair, right, guys? But yeah, if you bought them during the fair for copper, those look like terrific reels for copper. Let's see, what are y'all saying? Yeah, New Year. Yeah, New Year's. Yeah, okay. Yeah, those are some good ones. I like it. Thank you, Blenty, to such a nice spreadsheet so we can look stuff up so quickly and easily now. What did we find, guys, yesterday? I don't know if Blunty was here when we found it. There was something that wasn't updated. That's correct. I think they cost a little over 5,000 silver in the fair. I can't remember what it was. There was something. It was like the Chronica or something. Something that I think what Blunty had listed in there was still the old version, and there's a new model that had come out that was slightly different stats and stuff. I think that's right. I'm having a hard time remembering now. $75 bream in half an hour at Old Berg. That's great. Wow. Some reels drag. Yeah, that's right, Neo. 5232 Old Berg. Are you using Spot, Alex, or anything? Nothing. Wow. Cottage cheese, huh? That's great. Nice, Alex. Oh, nice, Rush. Got that eel, huh? Trophy listed Oldberg. You got him on match rods. Wow. All right, we're at 50 minutes. Get us a couple more F1s. You unlocked the sea at level 24 and you haven't been back to Oldberg. Hey, who can blame you? There's a lot of fun to be had in the Norwegian Sea. Ooh, it's a bluegill, y'all. 902-gram bluegill. I love how on these 4-kilo fluorocarbon liters, everything feels like it's a whale at elk. This is going to be interesting. We're 3 fish away from 50. I think at 50 we should go check and kind of see where we're at. Remember, we spent $100 on these worms. 100 silver on these worms. Winding, mosquito, and old bird closed, and telescopic rods fishing mat. Wow, Rush. That's amazing. Look at you. Talking about finding your niche. You think you'll stick with it, or are you going to expand the horizons? For 6,000, cost 3,000 silver. Listed drag 15 kilo. Yeah, I like those Natoras for copper. Good call. That's a good starter option. You're looking for a starter option. Carp Fishing Masters next. Oh, that's so fun. Good for you. Good for you. So, where is it? Telescopic rod. Is there anything that... Alright, so that just requires Belaya. Oldberg. Trying to see, like, to do master. Got to go to a few different maps just because you need 75 types of fish, 15 different trophies, and then the whitefish are specific map. Interesting. Yeah, I guess without even trying, we're not too far away. On telescopic. Oh my goodness, Alex, that's insane. What's up, Teresa? We're still live. All right, and then the other option. So what were we talking about? Natura. I think it's 28, right? On the grass. Natura and the Narga. Those are the ones I always go back and forth on with thinking about best budget copper reel. Now, one thing I haven't thought about is upgrades. Wait, what's that? The Natura? Come out the 6,000? Goes up to 16.5 with 37 mech. Pretty good. Got it on banana at bear, nice. Good grass carp and black carp, huh? So does the Narga upgrade or no? Were you just stuck at 13.6? It's slow, yeah. All right, we burned through all 60 PVA, but it's definitely worth going a few more minutes. Usually the bite rate will be still pretty good even after PVA is gone. All right, Rush. Thanks for hanging out, and thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate that. All right, so Neo, you're saying Natura 6K upgraded is like night and day difference in Narga or non-upgraded Natura? Well, maybe I can keep that in my head that the recommendation should be Natura because even though it's a little more silver than the Narga, if you upgrade it, it's getting a lot of power that you're going to catch a lot of good fish on. Yeah, for sure, Dark You. Yeah. It's more expensive, but I don't know. I guess it depends on how flexible you want to be in that first copper setup you buy. All right, this is like just so curious about this. So we've caught 51 fish, basically half of the worms we bought for 100 silver. Let's see kind of where we're sitting on profit. All right, Casimir, thank you so much. Yeah, I hear you. The koi spot. Okay, so basically we spent 51 silver versus worms, and we made 122 silver. So we're getting more than twice our money back on the worms, even using the expensive worms, and that's without any cafes. I would imagine we hit a cafe or two. Uh, Oh, look at this black crappie order, y'all. That's 24 silver for just 3 of them. Probably worth it doing the little warmouth order. Oh yeah, we got the white crappie order too, right? Yeah, totally. Yeah, so we actually ended up doing really well because of those cafe orders. That's a 150 silver. Oh wow, that's cool, Hunter. So you're using Natura 4000s. Out of curiosity, what led you to that particular purchase? Now, let's see. What did I say earlier? I think it was 30-meter clip people were saying. 6593. 30-meter clip. We'll just cast it right off the dock. I don't know. Let's see if we max cast if it goes 30. I don't think it did. I think it just went under. It might have just hit it, actually. Good night, Neo. Thank you for hanging out. All right. Whew. This will go a little bit longer. Not too much. It's a long clip to be catching. Oh, channel catfish. So I wonder if anything other than small catfish are going to be. This might not be a good spot for kind of what we're going for, but we'll try it for a minute. Ooh. You put these cream baits in the water, you're liable to get a funny tench. Oh my goodness. You think it's funny tench time of day? 1840? 1830? Basically 1830, the funny tench rolled in. Joyce Diofsky tench, 2 in a row. That was 2.5, 2.6 kilos. Hmm. I got you, Hunter. That's cool. No, that's very cool. It sounds like they've been treating you good. There's no way we need to be at a 30 clip for all this. I'm gonna try a 20. We just pulled a bluegill in 30 meters. Get some more F1s. We're at an hour right now. Sometimes you get a trophy gibble or two in there, and that definitely helps with the silver per hour, I think. If you're going to catch this many gibble, you want at least one trophy. Teresa. That's funny stuff. That is funny stuff, Teresa. I know I'm a long way from level 34. What's a good starter pilker rod and reel setup to save for? Boy, do I have a recommendation for you, Xander. Let me get these fish in, and I'll show you my recommendation. This catfish, y'all. No. I think starting with pilker rod's the way to go for sure. Goodness. All right. So Xander, I will show you for what it's worth. What I ended up getting was the Ocean Queen. Trying to find my Regal real quick. Might not be on anything. So what I ended up getting was the Ocean Queen and Regal combo. So this is what I started with, and I definitely think it's great. Now, a lot of people these days are doing something slightly different. But if you'll just notice something really quick, the test on this goes 160 to 420. But what a lot of people are doing these days is they're saving up a little bit more and they're going with the Cincy and the Regal. They're doing this setup. Now notice the test is a lot smaller. So you're not going to be able to experiment with this as heavy a lures. But technically, what you're going to 99% of the time going to be fishing with, you can fish with this setup, and you get these bonuses. So +5 to marine fishing skill, which means you can start using droppers that much quicker. So I'd say one of those two is probably what you want to do. But yes, I think that that video about starting on Norway, the gear video, is still very relevant. Nothing's changed significantly since then. Or if you want to save even more, you can get the Mega Pilker, which that wasn't even out. That was added later. But that would be saving a lot for a starter setup, in my opinion. Boy, was that unexpected? Or was that unexpected? Like, that is literally the only roach we've caught today. What a funny looking tint, she said. Oh, freaking fish dropped off. Mega Pilker and Regal is my starter setup. Yeah, as long as you're making good copper money before that, it's not too big a deal. If you're not making copper money, you could consider a little bit cheaper option to get started in terms of the rod. But Pilker's the way to go on starter reel, unless you already have something like a Venga spinning reel or something. Copper's not being very nice to you. You'll not need to upgrade that Pilker, as you already have got best one after 500 NC, 20% wear on blank, but still strong rod. 500 hours NC. Wow. That's great. I'm gonna end up breaking this leader, y'all. Took me 15,000 fish to get to 100% marine, the journey. And better gear you have, the more pleasant that journey is. Yeah, I think you want to get fishing on Norway as soon as possible. So if you have decent, if you can fish on copper, then then it's doable. I mean, you can make copper money, and you'll be there in no time. Oh, nice! Found a black carp. Regal is 9. Megapilker is 17. I'm not sure about the prices, Xander. I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. I can't believe we just caught a 3.5 kilo channel catfish on this little starter setup. That was insane. Wait, why is... My goodness. I don't think so, Xander, other than putting... You definitely want to put some... Well, I shouldn't say definitely. Other than grease, you may want to upgrade the grease, but other than that, I don't think people are upgrading the Regal. I'm honestly not sure if I've ever even tried to, but I also haven't heard of people doing that. These catfish are too big for these starter feeder setups. In case anybody had any doubt, this is not the way to go. You definitely want another upgrade before you fish for catfish, I guess. which is kind of cool because like if you love Elk Lake, it actually brings in some gear that hasn't been popular in a long time. For example, I could see going for Fortuna 420s, Fortuna feeder 420s, pretty inexpensive, pretty heavy duty feeder. Throwing on a Saber 60 or whatever, and then trying to go for catfish. You know, it's kind of as cheap of a way as possible, but that's true. Spin fishing and your bait harvesting, level those up. Yeah, you gotta have. Can't even use the Regal till you've got conventional unlocked. Is that really? You did? Fortuna 420s, you got catfish and sturgeon? That's amazing. I do not think of those as sturgeon rods, but hey, you do what you have to, I guess. Oh, did the fish get away? I mean, look, are we really disappointed about that? That was insane. At Seversky. Okay. It's nighttime. Gonna slow down. I mean, we caught 96 fish in this spot. That's pretty good. Oh, we had a... I think that was another F1. All right, 27. 33. 27. 32. 50. All right, we're at 50. Wow. So 1,100 and whatever. Couple of really nice sessions at Copper today. Totally Pro Drifter says they're good rods. I've gotten a lot of carp trophies on them. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, I just, like, they were amazing. Not that they're not good now, but more recently, it's been, like, more popular to kind of skip over them. But I feel like now that Elk Lake is a thing, I'm not sure that'll be the... That might not be the move anymore. All right, it is that time of day where we say goodbye. Ooh, we made some good silver today. Holy cow. Had some fun, made some good silver. Ocean Queen and use HSV. You'll be bullied. Yeah, that's true. Although it's not the worst suggestion ever to get started that way, just try to go for as small a fish as you can. It's still great silver and fun experience. But you're going to hook into stuff you can't catch. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. Thanks for all the support. Hope y'all have a good rest of your day. Tight lines, everybody.